Morning.
Good
I
morning.
think nobody else.
I
They all
think
say on the go retreat.
okay. So
Do you want to cancel?
no, I can we continue on yesterday. I talked about the
About the
Satipatthana.
Anapasati.
Satipatthana. So today I talk Sutta lah. Okay, I talk Sutta. I talk Sutta. Okay. So I'm going
Eh,
to share this.
before you start, can I interrupt?
Yeah.
Last time I sent mail through I want to know the root of this
Punya.
punya
Okay.
because it's a big topic coming up.
Okay. Punya. Right.
Because there's this
Uh,
Silver Bay coming to give us a bookshop
okay.
on the
Okay.
map now. So one of the key elements actually is punya, no? So I don't know actually is source of punya.
Okay. We go to Sanskrit dictionary.
Yeah.
Sanskrit. Sanskrit. We just discussed Sanskrit dictionary because Sanskrit and Pali have the same root. Sanskrit dictionary. So I am taking this dictionary lah. So the punya is end with a dot. End with a dot. That means the root is pun. So that means if it's in Pali, it will be like that. Pun. This is the root. This is the root. So this is the root. So in Sanskrit, it will be just pun plus nya lah, because this the capital N is a diacritic of N with a dot lah. Right. So what we do so we look, both of them is exactly more or less the same lah. So it should be this word lah, punya. It should be this word. Now, so the root is pun. Just I already type for you is pun. This is the pun. Sanskrit is the pun. This is Pali. So the pun means you look at this pun means it can be virtue. It can mean pure. It can mean holy. Okay, now. So now if you look at this word, that means punya kerta. Kerta, that means doing good punya. That means doing good punya is meritorious lah.
Yeah, meritorious.
Because this is ka. This word is that word is kar. KR. Pali is KR. That means ka. That means a person who is doing punya. That means technically he's doing some good things like dana dana, all this is considered. So if you look at here, that means it has multiple meaning. That means you can say punya means is a virtuous. It can mean right thing to do. It can mean purity. Okay. It also can mean a meritorious act and some good work. Good work, good or right things lah. So technically, that means if you look at let's say
The nearest word I think is kusala lah.
So that means
Kusala.
so punya, this is the root. This is the root. That means you plus ya. Technically, it's plus ya lah. So that means when n and y, it will end up as pu and a lah. It will end up like that punya.
So it's a primary derivative.
Primary derivative lah, plus here. So this is a primary derivative. So what happened is that means in order to know what is punya, first we must know what is kusala.
I think it's
we must know kusala. Kusala, the word kusala, technically it means
already kusala lah.
So it means skillful. Okay, skillful. Skillful has two things, That means you can be skillful at playing badminton, It's also skillful. But in this skillfulness, we are talking skillfulness related to wholesome. Wholesomeness, that means wholesomeness. Wholesomeness. So the wholesomeness is, if you're talking anything to do with wholesomeness in our definition, is only three things: lobha, dosa, and moha. Because all the wholesome and how this is all this is all called the unwholesome, unwholesome. So that means this one is either, in this particular case, this should fall under akusala lah. Right. So akusala. So normally,
These are
when
the
you say
primary ones.
so this is the primary skillful akusala, unskillful akusala. So that means, so under the kusala and akusala, basically we categorize in three things lah. That means it's to a body, speech, and mind lah. And mind lah.
And mind.
So that means,
BSM.
so that means
Buddhist
so that
Society
means
of Malaysia.
so this one basically, then again when we these three things you break down. Okay, we take the 5 precepts. First precept, killing, stealing.
Normally the text will say about the 10 meritorious basis of doing merit. The doing dana, doing sharing, the 10 bases lah. Dasa, what dasa? Dasa, I forgot the name already. I think it's a commentary word.
The the 10 meritorious. This is technically
something about two.
So that you see here, this one the body got 3, right?
Yeah.
First precept, killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, 3 already. 3.
Then 4 for the switch.
Switch is 4.
Yeah.
Which
and then
is
3 for the
4.
mind.
So the remaining 3 is on the mind. The remaining 3 is on mind. That means technically it's like ill will, hatred, and wrong view.
Yeah. 3 much in the right view.
Right. One is wrong view lah. Wrong view is akusala. Right view is that means right view. That means this that means ill view. All this is in the mind. Because if we take like loba, dosa, moha is all here. This 3 is really something to do with the mind one. So when either you use the word kusala and you say punya, because the word punya means merit. One meaning is punya mean merit. Punya does not necessarily mean merit. It can mean good action lah. Good action. Good action is punya. So you say that means you say earlier by this action, may this merit be shared. That means, of course, what do you share? So in this case, you say after doing a good action, you say may the punya be shared. And then in this case, you use the punya as merit. You use as a merit. You use as a merit. So that is how you define. So they define it as under a category. You can say it's an action or virtuous. Definitely is virtuous lah. All this is virtuous because this is loba, this is dosa, moha, and aloba lah. So if it's aloba, all this that means it's aloba. That means it has to be meritorious, dosa, and moha lah. Moha. So under this is subdivided again, because there are a lot of things. Because in Abhidhamma, this has four.
There's so many classical. Yeah, you must know the bright one.
So technically,
I heard many talk. The monks especially mentioned the punya action is one that makes your mind pure and bright. This is very true. No? So long as your mind is pure and bright and happy at the same time, then it's punya.
Yeah. So punya in that means is technically is a good action lah. Good action lah. So good action is to three part lah: body, speech, and mind lah. So body, speech. Okay. So if you look into because this root is just as it another one is pin, pin PIN, pin. Another root is pin. This one is piti,
Pin,
piti.
never heard of pin. Never heard
Oh,
of
you
pin.
I show you this one because in order to know what is piti, you must know the root.
That's why the roots are very important. Like yesterday,
this is
you
the
taught,
root. Pin, that means the word is pinati,
No, yesterday you taught the primary derivatives. Also, all related to root. You must know the roots.
Yeah.
Then your study easier.
So we go to this pin. I think it's pin if I'm not mistaken. So I go back to this. I use the verb form first.
Pinati.
Pinati lah. This is so the pinati is a long e.
Okay.
So when you look at, you see the word pinati lah. So you look at here. It's delight.
Please satisfy.
Pleased and satisfied lah. That means when you are practicing meditation, that means your mind must be pleased, satisfied, delight.
In a happy state, must be in a happy state.
Happy state lah. So this is the word. As long as you know, then after that, then only you can know the pity, because the word pity is it will give you rupture. So rupture is something to do with this, that means the form of delight or the satisfaction is higher level. It's a higher level than this lah. So you see this is it's slightly correct. So the pity come from this but when you look at pity itself, it's different already. You see here, you still say delight, heartfelt joy, a pleasure, feeling of love. This is very hard to describe, because this is it's experiential. That means when you experience, you only can tell because you perceive, sanya, you perceive and you feel. Then how are you going to word it is accordingly to your perception,
Your dictionary here, dictionary gives PI only, PP only. What is this P?
So we have rupture, but a lot of things lah. I mean, a lot. Here is wrong. This is here is P. It's actually is pin. Pin. So that is a big mistake here and there. It's okay. This is okay. Okay. All right.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, now. So I go to one sutta for what I was trying to tell you. First I go to let me see. Okay, I want to go to home first. Go to Anguttara Nikaya. This is one Anguttara. Book of 6. I want to go books of 6. So that means I want to go to 73. This one is 73. 73, 70. This is the one. Can you see here? Pertama Jhana Sutta. That means we want to know first jhana. We want to know first jhana. What was the key ingredient in this sutta for first jhana? So we don't have to worry how we're going to word jhana. The word jhana means here it says absorption lah. Whether it's absorption, those days they translate jhana as trance. Rice Davis will translate as trance. So jhana, we say jhana, we leave jhana as it is. We leave jhana as it is. So now, if you look at this here, this is a very interesting sutta. You see, American without giving up 6 quality. 6 quality, that means that means you have to abandon this 6 quality in order to enter and remain in first jhana lah. Yeah, the key is enter and remain in jhana. Then he say, okay, what are the, because if you look at the word this, can you see the cha? That means this cha is a six. Six is plural. So the word here is dhamme. Dhamme, that means it's a plural lah. What are the six qualities? So the dhamma is stated as a quality. Then the word is pahaya lah. Pahaya means abundant, not abundant lah. So all the here, So yeah, if you don't abandon, the six, it means you cannot. This this is tum. No, the word yesterday we learned tum. Tum means to dwell. To dwell or to stay. To stay. You see, all the verb here always takes a accusative because this is adjective. To stay in first jhana. This is to stay in first jhana. And then this word is like yesterday, part plus ya. Also primary derivative. This is a jaran. This is the jaran. Yesterday we already go through this. What happened? You see, this is a jaran. If you look down, where is the breakdown? Now you see, upa plus sam and pat and plus ya. This is yesterday we were talking about the jaran. So that means this is a jaran. That means here is having attained or having reached, having entered. All these things like having entered. That means here is it. But here he cannot. This is cannot. This is cannot entered first jhana. Now, so if somebody say, oh, I practice meditation, I cannot enter and jhana, this is here he never talk about five hindrances, but you look at the word, it's actually is talking about the five hindrances. See, Kamma Chanda is a first Nivarana. Nivarana in other sutta. Vyapada, ill will is the second one. Tina Mida is considered as two already lah. Tina and Mida is a dullness and dulcet. Udacha Kuducha. So this is two packed into one. The third one is Vichikicha. So that means technically, if you don't get rid of the five hindrances, you also cannot enter the first jhana. First jhana had to take care of five hindrances. Besides the five hindrances, there is still some more thing, because yesterday I show you, after that I will show you something. So that means after the five hindrances has been suppressed, that means the chances that you can enter the first jhana. Otherwise, the sutta, when you say you do anapana, you remember the first tetrad kaya nupassana. Then after that come to second tetrad, I say piti, pati sambedi. And that means you experience piti. The second tetrad, that's why I say you normally for a normal person you cannot get into second tetrad, because in the first place we have to suppress the five hindrances. If the five hindrances appear, first jhana also no choice, no chance. So you look at it. All right. Okay, this part is clear. So I'm going to take another sutta. Another sutta which is I think
No.
is
why they break into six? All the words has five only one.
666. Udacha. No, you count lah. Okay.
I think they break some into two lah.
Tina Mida is two lah.
I think they break into two lah.
So Tina Mida is two is four. Two Tina Mida is four. Then this one Udacha, Kucha is also two. So all together you add up it's actually it's seven lah. But however you see how they break it that this is 1, 2, and 3. If we break these two, actually it's 7. You break up is actually 7, but the classification put actually I don't know which one is. I think this one Tina Mida is classified as 1 lah. Classified as 1, and then this split into 2 because the Udacha is the last one to go. This one you can suppress, but it's only at the when the 5 higher factor is completely abundant, then only you can enter an Arahant, because the 5 higher factor is Udacha. The last one is Udacha. So this is considered as 1. So Udacha is one. Kukucha is another one. Kukucha is always mentioned in where, you know, Abhidhamma, in the unwholesome state. Okay, so this part, you look like 6, you look like 7, you look like 5, because Panja Nivarana is 5. Here it classified as 6, but you count individually is 7. So this is
so the quality to counter this is actually Indriya lah. We must develop by Indriya. Indriya into bara lah. If possible into
yes,
bara.
correct. That means technically it should be Indriya. Indriya, that means you must look at your 5 faculty lah. The 5 faculty one, because Vichikicha can be handled by Saddha, faith mah. Because Vichikicha is a doubt about Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha mah. Saddha means, that means you have confidence in Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha mah. So that means that is the reason why the first Pancha Indriya is start with Bala mah. After Bala is Viriya, right? So the Viriya is supposed to take care of this one, Tina Mina. It's supposed to take care of Tina Mina, because you when your mind is dull or your body energy is slow, you need Viriya, effort, striving in order to overcome that. And then after that, then the Sada Viriya Piti. Piti, that means Piti is to counter what? Piti is to counter ill will. Vyapada. 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 So after Piti is Sada Viriya Piti Passaddhi and Panya.
Sati Samadhi.
Sati Samadhi. So
Sati Samadhi and Panya.
correct. Panya, that means technically Panya is supposed to take. Here Panya does not take care of any of this, because the Sati, the Sati is supposed to take care of this. The Sati
no,
supposed
Panya
to
take care of the Vichikicha, I think the doubts.
Never mind. I think there is a sutta, but I cannot remember exactly. Okay, but never mind. We skip this first. We skip this first. After that, now we will go to another sutta. Which sutta is supposed to go? 73. Need to go to. We'll go to. I will go to SN 36. 36. SN 36.11. Now, you see this sutta. Okay, you remember yesterday we talked about of passaddhi, pasang bayang, the name is in the this mahasati, not mahasati, anapanasati. Namely, the first tetrad is the first tetrad consists of 4. The third part, the fourth part is a pasang bayang kaya sangkarang. That means pasang bayang kaya. That means tranquilizing the body activity. Kaya sangkarang is body activity. So if you look at the word passaddhi, because passaddhi also appear in the 7 factor of enlightenment. So most of the time we are not sure. We know what is passaddhi. We always translate passaddhi as tranquilizing, calming, or something like that. You look at this sutta, you are able to know the actual meaning of passaddhi. Yeah. From here, you look at here. That means here it says this is, can you see? Patama Janang. This one, that means a person who attain first jhana. Can you see the first jhana? Can you see the word?
What's the sutta reference for this one?
Okay, this one.
Numbers 36:11. Okay.
36:11. 36:11.
Rahugata Sutta.
Rahogata Sutta. So okay, so what happened? You don't read the top one. We just want to see the word of the definition of passaddhi, the definition of passaddhi. First, now, you see, when a person attain the first jhana, can you see the word here? Vacha niruddha. That means in the first jhana, the speech cease. Niruddha means the speech. And you look at here, that means at the second jhana, this is the second jhana, that means the vitaka and vichak cease. Cease doesn't mean abandon. Cease means it stop at the time of second jhana, it stop. The third jhana is the piti stop. Now you look at the fourth jhana, this is at the fourth jhana. You can see asasa and pasasa. That means technically your in-breath and out-breath stop, That means a person who enter fourth jhana is like a dead person. The sutta really mentioned one because this is when your breath stop, because this is nirvana, breath stop. And then if you go further down, you see. Then after that, this one is this is akasa. Akasa means mind. This is a space. This is ananja. Ananja means endless. The ananja, endless. That means there is no what do you call it? Infinite lah. Endless. I mean, the space is endless. It's infinite. That ayatana is a RAM. That means you can use the word ayatana as, because if you say ayatana refers to the body, if you say faculty lah, ayatana. But in this case, it's not referred to the body. The word ayatana refers to a RAM or a dimension lah. So in this case, he say infinite conscious. You see what's his perception of here, rupa. Perception, that means at that time, you cannot perceive form. That's why it's called formless. That means you cannot perceive form. Because perception of form, nirodha, cease. Nirodha means you cannot perceive any form. That is called formless. That's why it's called formless. And you look at that. The next one, after that that means here is the dimension of the endless consciousness. Because at this junction, the yogi will perceive the space is actually his consciousness. And his consciousness there is no end of it. So that's why the dimension of unlimited consciousness. You see here, infinite consciousness. This is Sabbat. So later he finds that his consciousness actually got nothing. Inside his consciousness, there is nothing. You see, so akinchang, then ayatana. That means there is nothing inside his consciousness. So what sees? What sees? You can see here the perception of dimension of nothingness. This is one by one. After that, you can see the last part. This is last part. Sanya vedita nirodang. Sanya is perception. This is a vedita. Vedita basically is talking about perception. It is you can see this is can you see that vid? This is literally means felt means experience so they will translate as cessation of feeling and perception. Okay, now you go down a little bit. you go down a bit. After all these, that means when you surpass the four jhana, four arupa, then you were able to reach this. That means you see the word vina asava. So when that means the destruction of the defilement or destruction of the taint. When there is a destruction of taint, or the word here they use has ended defilement, but the word kina is a past participle, destruction of taints. So that means what was taught? Raga. So raga, dosa, and moha. So this is the thing. Now, this is one explanation. Now, this is a second state of explanation. You can see. Can you see the word? That means in the first jhana is first jhana. That means it's first jhana. Is the word here is vi-upasanta. This is vi-upasanta. You look at vi-upasanta. This is very close to passaddhi. You see, can you see that this is a V plus upa plus sam plus ta? That means here is the speech has subsided, calm and settled. Okay, it's the same thing lah. That means second jhana is vitaka. With this is first is with vacha. Vacha is speech. This is a thought. Second jhana only vitaka vichara stop. Then after that you see the it go on. You go on up to here. You can see it means for a monk who ended defilement. Can you see? That means ended defilement. This one, the raga, dosa, moha has subsided. Okay, now you look at this. This is the one that define passaddhi. You see now? There are, because even in the jhana, there are so many words to word jhana. It's not so straightforward. It's so many words. So this is the one who tell you from a different perspective that when you're in jhana, what transpire, what happened. So in this case, you see, there are 6 levels of tranquility. So the word tranquility in this case is passaddhi. This is passaddhi. That means for someone who attained the first absorption, in this case, this speech has been tranquilized. Can you see? That means first jhana speech. Can you see? Pati passaddha. This is pati passaddha. This is. So that means if you look at the 7 bojjhanga, that means you got sati, with vimamsa, then you got viriya, you got piti, and then you got passaddhi. So the passaddhi may have passaddha, may have so many things. Pasambayang also. You can see the same root. This is subside. Subside. So in this case, subside this is a past participle. So that the one pasang bayang is present participle. Passaddhi is a noun. This is a past participle. So the word, the root is still the same. It's only whether it's a past participle or present participle, or it's just a noun. So in this case, this is a past participle. That means this is a has subside. Speech has subside. This is past participle. This is also passaddhi, because this is a past participle form. Then you look at, now you know what passaddhi means. Passaddhi means actually that means settle down. You can use the word subside, subdue, settle, calm, or calmness. It depends on how you're going to word it, but technically they are the same. So that means second jhana, vitaka, vichara, either you say subdue or settle or has come down. The jhana. So now from here, you can understand what is the meaning of piti. Can you see the word here? This is piti, pati, passaddha. Fourth jhana is asasa, in breath, out breath also has been settled or subdued. It's up to you to say lah. So technically it's like that. So this is a very short sutta, but it is very interesting because actually our key to attain enlightenment is a destruction of asava, nothing else, asava. So asava cannot be realized, until you have to practice samatha meditation. Okay. So now you go back into the same sutta again. Same sutta. Now we have what we call it, samatha and vipassana. So the samatha part is the first jhana. Okay, the first jhana. Samatha part is first jhana. And then the vipassana part of the sutta and the vipassana meditation are totally different. Both of them have a different classification. So I go to 111 first. I will show you how you read the thing. It's You see, this is the second tetrad. Can you see? Apiti, patisamvedi, sikati. Sikati means sikati. He train. Then this is a future. Then I will breathe in. I will breathe out. Patisamvedi means I will breathe in or breathe out. Experience piti. That means this is a future. That means you haven't arrived to that. If you arrive to that, that means you will be in first jhana, second jhana. Because just now the sutta talks at the third jhana, the piti is subdue or subside. So this one, then you will see the same thing, sukha pati samvedi. This is all the future. Then that means when you practice anapana, you start from here. Eventually, whether you can reach first jhana, second jhana, you also depends on the 5 hindrances. Just now, the 5 hindrances we mentioned. The 5 hindrances, if that one cannot subdue, definitely you cannot enter jhana one. You may be around the first tetrad, and that means the first tetrad, that means you will be around somewhere here, because we are taking a breath as the object of meditation. You can have other object of meditation. So now I'm going to go to the last one. I will go to the last one to explain here. This is the fourth tetrad. The fourth tetrad fall under Dhammanupassana. That means observing phenomena. Okay. So observing the in the Dhammanupassana, there are many things: 5 hindrances, 5 aggregate, 7 bojjhanga. Okay, 7 bojjhanga. So now I'm going to go up a little bit before I come down this, because you see here, it talks about the 4 right effort, 4 base. This is Chatu Itipada. This is a 4 psychic power. This is a 5 indriya. This is a 5 pada. This is a 7 factor of enlightenment and 8 four noble pada. All together make up 37. That means the 37 prerequisite of enlightenment. So here I want to show you. Now you look at this statement clearly. The 4 kinds of mindfulness meditation, when developed and cultivated, fulfill the 7 factors of enlightenment. So technically, you do not practice 7 factors of enlightenment separately. So what you need to do, you practice anapana. This will automatically fulfill. Can you see the paripureti? This is a verb. That means automatically it will fulfill the 7 factors of enlightenment. Because inside just now you saw already, there is piti, there is passaddhi. There is piti and passaddhi. After piti, passaddhi, then you got samadhi and panya. This is all automatically fulfilled. So let's go back to the last part. The last part is here is, where is the last part? This is the last part. This is a long sutta. Where is it? Just 1 minute. Just this is the one. So this is Dhamma Anupassana. But you cannot see the classification. I say when the monk practice breathe in while observing impermanent. Okay. So after observing impermanent, this is first tetrad of the number 4. Then the second tetrad, of second tetrad is Viraga Anupasi. This is number 2. Niroda Anupasi. Then the third one is Patinisaga Anupasi. That means letting go. So to practice this, normally you take this meditation. You take this meditation. That means here you see meditation. This meditation, you see breathing. Here now, I change another to another sutta. Just want to show you. This 1 minute. I go to here faster. I go to here faster. It's N 22.76. SN 22.76. 22.76. 22.76. Okay. 22.76. So in order to practice perception of impermanent, this is the sutta will tell you how to do. See, you can see the word here, this translation is a bit funny because if you take the word nidana, the word nidana itself means causation, cause. Because here, it means here, if you when you translate, if I were to translate, I would say, I won't translate as Savati. I will translate happening at Savati, because the word nidana is here. Nidana here. The nidana, if you look into the dictionary, it means a causation. And nidana means a causation. So this sutta was being given at Savati. Can you see this word Rupang and Anichang? Both of them is what you call it, apportional. That means Rupang is the neuter noun. So the Anicca has to take a neuter noun because this is a GCN. That means so it's apportional. You have to use the word is, form is impermanent. Form impermanent. Okay. So this is a reflection, How come a reflection can be effective? A reflection will not be effective if you do not have what jhana. What jhana, because your mind will be very powerful already. So here it says this is a compound of, can you see normally in a compound you don't use the word ya. You have to use yat. The problem you use yat is because there is a vowel ya and anicca. So in this yat, ya da ni chang. That means ya da ni chang. That means in this case, this is also a compound. The next in between here is what is impermanent. Anichang is impermanent. And then he says tam dukang. This is also a portioner. That is suffering. You see, of course, the translation is differ a bit. What is impermanent suffering can be understand. But if you read word to word, you see that is suffering. What is impermanent, that is suffering. But they don't want to translate that way. That it doesn't matter. So now the next question, this one is a self-reflection. Self-reflection. That day somebody asked me in my class, you see, reflection is something like brainwash. So it appears like a brainwash. Yeah. Can you brainwash yourself? Technically, no. You can keep on telling form is impermanent until the cow come back also you don't really take it that seriously, because it's only an auto-suggestion. Auto-suggestion do not change so much, But after you enter jhana, first jhana, second, fourth jhana, and you come out, when you do a reflection of something like that, you can get realization. So that is the difference. Otherwise, your auto-suggestion cannot work. It's just like when a person go to see a psychiatrist, somehow or other, auto suggest to the patient that it works, how the mind works, something is very difficult to understand. Anyway, if you look at here, let me see, this is taking, first part is taking form. Do you know in the Mahasatipadana, under the Dhammanupassana, there is 5 aggregate. This is a 5 aggregate. So that means you are meditating, because in the Satipatthana, it only mentioned the 5 aggregate. What are you going to do with the 5 aggregate? It never mentioned that. In this sutta, that means he asks you to reflect on the 5 aggregate as anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Anicca, dukkha, and anatta. So this, you can see that this is anicca, this is dukkha, and this is anatta. That means you reflect on the 3 characteristics, the 5 aggregate, the 3 characteristics of the 5 aggregate, so that when you really realize this, then you have a breakthrough. You see, and for anatta is subdivided into another portion. It says what it says. It says the here you see yam dukkang, what is dukkha, and then is anatta. And then if you look into this part, that means, okay, can you see here? This is a future participle. That tabang should be seen. Can you see? Should be seen. This is dative with right wisdom. Can you see? Samma panya. So that means panya, a panya of the 7 bojanga is the last one is panya. That means in order to see non-self, you need to have a right wisdom. Dat tapang, to be seen with right wisdom, yata bhuta, as it really is. That means form is not mine, form is not I am, form is not myself. This is without the proper wisdom, you can say not me, not mine, not myself. That it won't get any breakthrough. So the only time it can break through is after 4th jhana. Can you see? This is the part. So when you read a sutta, you read, you can understand. But when you try to link, when this happened, when that happened, it cannot. You have to take many sutta, because many sutta. So in this case, then after that, you see the last part. The last part is after the reflection. After this reflection, this one. After this reflection, what transpire? Come here. What transpire? This is the part. Ewang pasang. Seeing this. That means seeing this. Seeing this. Can you see seeing this? That means okay, this is Sutawa, a learned, noble disciple. Learned, it means you, in order to become an arahant, you still need to learn the Dhamma. Without learning the Dhamma, I think you simply luan chong, that means you simply taro here, taro there, nothing will happen lah. Something happen lah, but you will not get enlightenment lah. Because he already mentioned learned normal disciple. That means you need to know the basic Dhamma. Without learning the Dhamma, it's very difficult. That means here, then what transpire, you can see here. This one, so when Nibidanti, that means when you are fed up with form, feelings, perception, and all the five aggregate, Nibidanti, you see, that means you are fed up with the, can you see, Nibidanti, Rupa Smin, in form. That means you get fed up in form. This is Rupa Smin, that means it's locative, then you fed up in form, fed up with form lah, because locative change to instrumental, fed up with form. That means you already seen the truth. This is really realization. You seen the truth, you realize that you get disgusted, fed up with form, or fed up with form, fed up with feeling, fed up with the perception, all these things. Now, after you fed up, this is really transformation. Then what happened is, can you see this is a verb form of virajati? Virajati means a verb form of viraga. That means you get dispassionate, dispassionate with form. So being dispassionate, you are liberated. So when you are liberated, this is located. When you are liberated, here locative is translated use, because in order to use future tense, we use when liberated. Because this is vimuta. Vimuta means liberated, when liberated. So we don't use in liberation, we use when liberated. Then the person who meditate has the knowledge of liberation. Can you see? This is in inverted. He has the knowledge of liberation. That means he already understood the Dhamma. Really understood the Dhamma. This is really understood the Dhamma. So you see, you can see kina jati. That means the word jati is birth or rebirth. Kina means this is past participle. Birth has been destroyed. Birth has been end. This is, you already reached the level of Arahant. So that's why Satipatthana and the Anapana have the same meaning one, because you just now I show you the last part. The last part. So you need to take this sutta. No, if you don't take this sutta, cannot one. Because here it says, can you see observing impermanent? This is only one word, how you practice, never mention. You say you practice observing impermanent. How? After this, you say, can you see the word observing viraga? You also don't know, observe, you can observe, but if you need to do the other one, then you see the nirodha. This part can be only explained in this sutta. Other than that, you cannot see here. Can you see? See this part? This part, viraga. This is two only. You can get two only. Viraga and nibinda. I see. So after that, you see, then after that, the next part, you see, next part, I mean, as far as there are abodes of sentient being up to the pinnacle of existence, the perfect one are the foremost. It means here this word, kinajati, means birth is destroyed. Is equivalent to what is trying to say that that person who practice already reach an arahant level, because that is, then you see, then here is just in the saying, and you go here. After that, you say, okay, this is, and the holy one, Sukato is holy one, Sukato is holy one. And then here it says, okay, Sukino Vatta Arahanto. bliss lah. This is bliss or happiness. Indeed is Aranto. That means you can say the perfect one is blissful. And the perfect one is blissful. Then you see what tanha ne vichati. That means you cannot find a tanha in an arahant. There is no tanha anymore. Okay. So tanha, that means this is the bhava tanha. That is under the five higher fatal. Five higher fatal is bhava tanha with bhava tanha. Then you see the word consists, I am is cut off. Asmi, asmi is I am. Mana means mano. That means the conceit of I. This is come from the word chitno. Chitno means is a past participle. That means fully cut off. Some put chitno, fully cut off. Then you look at this, moha jala, the net of delusion. So that means only at after becoming an arahant, and the net of delusion it has been padalitam, means is extinguished. It's extinguished, you see, no? Then you go there. This is so a lot of transformation in the mind. So you look at the words in Pali, you will find it's a lot interesting. Chittang te sang anavilang. In this case, I also don't know what is this anavilang. So I click here. Anavilang. Navilang. It's a bit slow. Avila. So better take this. Normally it's a lot faster than that. See, we look at here, R plus Bill plus R. It means here the word here is serene, tranquility, undisturbed. We not only have the word passaddhi, we have more than that. Samato is also tranquil. Samato, passaddhi, anavila. There are so many words used. You can see not bani, not the bit, not disturbed. So this is all the words. So back to here again. So that means so here is that means if we say this one, their mind, this is their mind are unclouded. Okay lah. Unclouded is okay. Okay. Then you see again the last part, can you see the one anasawa? Anasawa. That means the asawa is no way undefiled. This is undefiled. This is actually a noun. But somehow it is undefiled. It would use a verb. Then you can see completely understand the five aggregate. Five aggregate, that means five aggregate. If you look at Mahasatipatthana, there is one section talk about five aggregate. Now you completely understand the five aggregate. So that means at the end of the day, if you look at the eight noble noble eightfold path. The last one is Samma Samadhi. Samma Samadhi is very important. Samma Samadhi is important. I also find is why it's so funny that the Vipassana group always talk that Samadhi is not important. Samadhi is a hindrance. But Sutta always talk about Samadhi. Samadhi is all Samadhi. So that is a part. So you have to be very careful when you want to go meditation. if we say teach anapana, then is the right one. If you say vipassana, is your choice lah. Okay. So here that you can read all these sutta, but you have to read in the Pali part, because the Pali part will give you just some translation. Their translation is not bad, but then you can understand better if you know the Pali. You know the Pali. Okay, we are how many sutta already? What is the time? Okay, any question? Any question? Because I want to stop already. Okay, no question, you start. Otherwise, I show you. Just now I was in 36. Okay, this is done. And I show you a little bit of DN22, because DN22, let me go to DN22 a little bit, and I won't go much. DN22, 1 minute, very fast. DN 22. DN22. Ah, four. Should be section 4. Okay, here, can you see this is Dhamma? Dhamma means nature. Anupassana, that means observing nature. Or you can translate as observing phenomena. Phenomena. So, because Dhamma can be teaching, Dhamma can be the states of the mind, Dhamma can be, in this case, phenomena. This is state of mind means it's phenomena. So you see the 5 hindrances. You see here is Dhamma, Anupassana, Nivarana. Nivarana means it's a 5 hindrance. The 5 hindrance, just now we already entered the 5 hindrance. Because the 5 hindrance, the 5 hindrance is, okay, the 5 hindrance subdue, then you enter first jhana. That 5 hindrance, then after that, you will see that you can read all the detail. Then after that, you see 5 aggregate. You see 5 aggregate. This is Dhamma, Anupassana, Kanda. Kanda means the 5 aggregate. The aggregate, Pabbha means the section of the 5 aggregate. So in this particular case, just now the SN 36.1, you are doing a reflection on the 5 aggregate as anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Then if you do without the 4th jhana, you cannot attain an arahant. So in that particular case, you have to attain jhana. So that means the Dhamma Anupassana is definitely the 4th and 3rd. In Anupassana is the last. You cannot practice this first, because you can remember it, but nothing will happen. You see, you can see here the reflection is different. You see, here is the word here is iti rupang. Iti rupasa samudayo. This is the origin of form. That means it is the cessation of form. So in this section, this is how it is supposed to. So at the end of the day, when you look in the various sutta, there are many ways to practice the Dhamma. No? So you have to select which sutta that you read and you can understand, and then when you practice, you feel that this is comfortable. There is no one way method that everything get all. So the last part, observing impermanent, this is one way. This is one way. This is one way. Then after that, you can see this one. Anupassana, the ayatana. Ayatana means it's a six sense base. It is six sense base. Now, you see here, the monk understand the eye, the sight, and the pattern. Arises depend on both of them. They understand how the pattern arises. How if pattern arises. There is another sutta that talks about this. Rahula Sutta. Let me go to MN. There's too many interrelated. I think MN 147, if I'm not mistaken. MN 147. I will show you copy. MN 147. MN 147, if I'm not mistaken. Rahula Sutta. Correct. You see, this Rahula Sutta, you look at here. Then, as he was in a private retreat, this thought comes to his mind. That means Buddha foresee that the quality that ripen in freedom has ripened. That means Rahula is ready to become an Arahant. So this statement, Rahula is ready to become an Arahant. Why don't I lead him to a further ending of, can you see the word? This is Kaye Asavanang. That means technically he's already got for jhana already. He could be anagami or something below this, but he's not an arahant. Okay. See, so here. So I believe he got for jhana. See why? I justify for you to see. Now, Buddha, this is, listening to the Dhamma can get you enlightened. You see, what do you think, Rahula? Yeah. Taku anicang wa anicang means is the eye permanent or impermanent? So Rahula replied, anicang bante, impermanent. Now you see, same here, yam pana means anicang dukkang wa tam sukang. That means whatever is impermanent, is it suffering or happiness? So its answer is tukang. See, after that, it keep on going. So whatever is impermanent, this is viparinama dhamma. Dhamma means nature to change. Nature to change. This is nature to change or subject to change. Viparinama dhamma, subject to change. Kalang, that means this is samma anuprasitum. Is it fit to regard, to regard as itang mama. You see, this is to get rid of self. This is a self, because you need the six sense space, because this is talking about I, so the six sense space. That's how the Mahasatipatthana use the six sense space. This is the six sense space. You can use this as a reflection, provided you got for jhana. Otherwise, no. See, then after that, you see here, eye consciousness. Then here it says eye contact. After eye contact is feeling. Feeling. And scroll down to, can you see? Feelings, feeling, feeling, here. Okay, eye contact, after eye contact, this is repeat lah, the repeat of just now, then you will come to what you think. So feeling, perception. So that means in this particular sutta, it takes 6 sense-based, 5 aggregate. You see that? Feeling, perception, choice, and consciousness. Then after that, after that, you look at the end of it, because it's a look at the end of it, because the rest is repeating. It's the same thing, It's the same thing. You need to have something happen. That means this is a metaphysics, metaphor happen in the mind. That means seeing this again, the same ewang pasang. That means seeing this Suttava Ariya Savako. This is always like a stock phrase one, the word is still nebidanti. It's same nebidanti. That means you get fed up, you get disgusted with the 6 sense space or the 5 aggregate. After that, you see that there will be something like here. Then after you get fed up, you see the next part, get fed up. This one never repeat already because like raga, all those things is there already. The word per in Pali means repeat. Per in Pali is repeat. You can see the word per here. Per here. Not this one, not this one. Per means repeat. This is the one, missing repeated text. Can you see, missing, indicating a missing repeated text. That means the above repeat again, so the thing don't repeat. So you have to read the one start with I first, then after the rest repeat. So the keyword is nibidanti, fed up. After nibidanti, you see this word again, viraga vimuchati. This is also the key phrase to an arahan. Key phrase is always whether whichever sutta you take, it will always the same. After this key phrase, you will see kina jati. That means you see kina jati. By listening to the sutta, no need to reflect. You read, because Rahula, Buddha is asking me his question and then question Q&A lah. He have to answer, answer. So when that happened, this will when he heard what the Buddha is asking him, this transpire, this will happen. So you see, after that, now you see here, while these discourses being spoken, that means it's online, that means while he was listening, Rahula Mai was free from defilement. Can you see the means free from defilement? You can see here is here. The word sat is this is a AOR past tense vimuchi, liberated. The mind, this is a subject. The mind liberated from the asava. So the mind is liberated from the keyword must be liberated. The liberated, that means is for good lah. For good lah. That means it will not appear again lah. So it's for good lah. For good And then at the same time, when Buddha was doing a Q&A to Rahula, thousands of devas who hear the same Dhamma, they become what? No, they become a Sotapanna. Can you see the word Dhamma Chakum Udapadi? That means the eye of Dhamma arose. This is a past tense. The mind of Dhamma arose. This is Vetamalang. That means these two is what you call it. Viraja. Raja is dirt. Vitamalang, that means stainless lah. Without dust and stainless. So then the eye, when your eye is no dust, stainless, that means you become a Sotapanna. So when they become a Sotapanna, automatically they understand what? yang kinci samudayang dhammang. That means whatever things what yang kinci, whatever thing. Dhamma is thing whatever thing has, because this is a compound, has origin. This is origin. Sabbangtang nirodha dhammang. All dhamma, all dhamma, all dhamma, all dhamma. That means this and this is the same case. All that dhamma has a cessation. That means a sotapanna must understand this causation, origination, and cessation. You see, listening to the dhamma also, again, of course, you have to be ready lah. Okay, let me stop this. Any question on this? So this few sutta is very good one. 147, 147 DN22, SN 37.3. You read many times. You should be able to, because I go to the key point and I don't have to go through everything. So I'm going to stop the share. Stop the share and then we stop the recording.